The weirdo James Gunn is trying to run away from his L. He's trying to run away from the Snyder Bros. But like I've said before, chat, when it comes to fandoms, when it comes to fans in general, I don't think there's a more powerful fandom than the Snyder Bros. I really don't. I've said this before, chat, and you know this. We have motion. Right? We have power. We have influence. We get shit done. We don't bend to the will of movie studios. We bend them. Right? That's why this weirdo James Gunn is doing this. Make no mistake about it. Look at this by your friends over at Cosmic Book News. James Gunn pivots to super family as deadline questions his DCU future. That's right. This weirdo, right? This bum. James Bum. I think that's what we're going to call him from now on, Chad. He's no longer a Gunn. He's no longer James Gunn. He's James Bum for now on. Right? He's running away from this L. He's in the hills right now. He's running, crying. Right on the phone with Zack Snyder. Please, Chad. Please, Zack. Please, I'm tired of running. Zack. Please answer my calls, please. Hey, listen. Just make some room for me in the SnyderVerse. I'll do whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want, Zack Snyder. Please. Right. Begging. That's what he's doing. He's begging right now. But here's the thing, chat. Here's something that this James Bum doesn't realize. The Snyder Bros, we are worldwide, right? We are worldwide. We're everywhere. You can't run from us. If you walk into a room, doesn't matter where in the world, Snyder Bro will be in there, right? If you're out in the jungle, in the Amazon, right? Look up in the trees. You'll see someone up there right now, Snyder Bro. We're everywhere, chat. And in fact, if you don't mind, please represent in the comments, chat. Let me know where you're from. But yeah, that's what this is. This is James Gunn running from the L. But I'm telling you right now, James Bum, you're not running away from anything. We are going to give you this L. This L you shall receive. That's why he's doing this, right? He's no longer interested in promoting his DC universe with the lanterns, with this, with that, right? Which is good because let's face it, with James Bum here, we knew what was coming. We were probably going to get some sort of beta Batman, right? With his Robin, there was probably going to be some weird shit going on between the two. Probably going to get a they-them Wonder Woman, right? He was probably going to bring back Ezra Miller as a Flash. He's like, I just see something in this kid. I'm going to bring him back. But I wanted to share something else with you, chat. I wanted to share with you some polls. Starting with this one. This one is by Tyrone Magnus. And look at this poll right here. Right? This was on Twitter. This guy has a huge following. Look at this. Restore the SnyderVerse. Look at this. Overwhelming yes. Bring it back. Right? And there were some weirdos in there that said, no, keep the DCU. These people, I believe, they need to be on some sort of registry. I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. I really don't. But yeah, we need to know who these people are. We need to file some police reports. Right? There's another poll. A bigger poll. This one's by The Critical Drinker. He has a huge following. They hate this guy. They run away from this guy. This guy shows up, they run away. Right here, Man of Steel or James Gunn's Superman by James Gunn. Look at this. Overwhelmingly 90% Man of Steel. And this isn't new. This isn't like a surprise to anybody. Right? We know this. I've been saying this since the beginning, and you guys have been saying this, chat. Man of Steel objectively is a better film. Right? Regardless whether you like this, whether you like that, it's too dark. Right? Also, here's the thing, chat. If you're the type of dude that's afraid of a little dark, you know what I mean? Like you're afraid of a little, a little darkness. But yeah, this isn't a surprise to me because, again, objectively, Zack Snyder is just a far superior movie maker than James Gunn, right? And honestly, chat, I am a little tired because I have seen an uptake of delusional individuals out there, right? Probably, the 10% here. Delusional people that believe that Zack Snyder is an inferior movie maker to James Gunn? Like, do I really have to do this again? Do I really have to walk shit down for you again? Prove to you as to why Zack Snyder is a better movie maker than James Gunn. Do I really have to do this? Fine, I'll do it. Here is James Bum's movies right here. These are his movies, right? Let's walk them down. Romeo and Juliet. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. The Specialist, Scooby-Doo. He was a writer for Scooby-Doo. Okay. Dawn of the Dead. Okay, a writer. Scooby-Doo, Slither, Super. I'm waiting to see the hits here. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's one. Right? The Blecko Experiment. I have no idea what that is. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That's hit number 2. And let's face it, chat, can we start being honest when it comes to these movies? With Guardians of the Galaxy, can we start being honest? If we remove the soundtracks from these movies, can we all just admit that these are mid? Right? This isn't a controversial take. You know this is true. If we remove the soundtracks from these movies, all we got is a talking raccoon. That's all we got. These are mid movies. Then we got Brightburn. That had some buzz. You had the Suicide Squad. Very mid. And then you had Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Another mid movie. Right? And Superman, dog shit. Supergirl, he's a producer, I guess. We'll give it to him. It's okay. Here's Zack Snyder. It's not as long, but I want you to pay close attention to this. Right? Here's Zack Snyder. Dawn of the Dead, director. Classic. 300. Did you forget that this was also a comic book movie? 300. Right? Graphic novel. Epic movie. Watchmen, probably one of the best comic book movies ever. Sucker Punch. Cult classic. Man of Steel. Batman vs. Superman. Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Army of the Dead. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here, chat? You got this bum that had a few mid movies with a good soundtrack. Guardians of the Galaxy. And then you have Zack Snyder, who had moments in time. 300, a moment in time. Watchmen, a moment in time. These movies are more than just entertainment. They're culture. What are we talking about? And you know this is true. All of you in my comments right now, these haters, these James Gunn, I don't know what they call them. They call them something. They're losers. These people that don't want to see the truth, let me once again peel your eyes open to the truth. It's okay. These movies, again, they're more than just entertainment. These are culture. These are in the very fabric of our society. 300. Watchmen, Sucker Punch, Man of Steel. Can you honestly wake up in a moment in your life and say, you know what? I can live without 300. Versus, oh, can I live without Guardians of the Galaxy? What are we even talking about here? What are we even talking about? Put yourself in an island somewhere and all you got is a generator, a TV, and a DVD player. You could only take one DVD. You got 300, Watchmen, Sucker Punch, Man of Steel. Or you got what? Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2? What are we even talking about here? Let's knock it off saying that Zack Snyder is not as good as James Gunn. Let's knock it off. Right? When we say we're Snyder bros, we're not just talking about the SnyderVerse. We're talking about these movies as well. And you know these are facts. You know I'm walking shit down right now. This doesn't surprise me, chat. This doesn't surprise me. And big shout out to Cosmic Book News, and thank you for sharing this. But this doesn't surprise me at all. Right? Because when you get people away from the comments, when they're actually alone, 99% of the people can agree Man of Steel is a superior movie in each and every way. And that is why they're selling an entire studio right now to try and get people to forget about this loser, this bum, this beta Superman. And that's why they're going to bring back our boy. They're going to bring back Cavill. They're going to bring back Snyder. And once again, that's why this bum, James Bum, is running for the hills right now. Pivoting. Oh no, we're no longer going to do a big DC universe. We're going to do a super family. Dude, that's some pussy ass shit. Pivoting, running away. This is exactly why you're incapable of making a good Superman movie. Because you yourself, James Bum, you are this guy. You are a crybaby. You are someone that runs, gets belt to ass, and gives up. Again, I'm walking shit down right now. If I'm lying, I'm flying, chat. Anyway, got a little too emotional there. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back, chat. Let me bring it back. That wasn't a crash out, by the way. That was not a crash out. That was not a crash out. It kind of was. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensation.